if you do, you will get sued. I took a class in ERA and all this stuff, or a doctor, or not a doctor, but a nurse student, and he says if you sit there and if you move that guy and he gets paralyzed because you moved his arm, you're going to get sued. I go, what are you going to do for him? He's white. Look at you guys are all black around there, and none of you guys are helping him. If it was a black person, you'd be there helping him, wouldn't you? His arm's behind his back. You could tell it's killing him. He's got a cut on his head, and he's just laying there on his arm. You know, it's got to be painful. Just even if you sat there and, you know, lay down on your arm, put your hand behind your back and lay on the ground, you can't get up. You want someone to help you up so you can get that arm out so you can at least lay flat, correct?
Right.
So I helped him. So as I help him up, talk to him, are you okay? He's laying there. He's like knocked out. And I walk up to him and I go, feel him. I go, are you all right? He's like, no, not really. I go, do you feel comfortable with your arm behind your back? He goes, no, not at all. I go, pick up your other hand, it's good. Put it in my hand and pull a little bit. Hang on tight. So he hangs on, pull him up. I said, pull your arm out. Pulls it out real slow, puts it on his side, lay him back down on the ground. Go better? He goes, a lot better. Thank you very much. I look at this black guy, he goes, you could get sued if he's paralyzed. I go, why don't you take your lazy ass and your rules instead of sitting there while this guy got ran over, his bike's cashed out. The other girls go, take the bicycle, put it parked right over there. I go, it's gonna get parked by Walgreens and we're gonna let them know about it. And you ain't, you know, why don't you guys stay out of it? Because all you guys do is lie, cheat, and steal out here. Look at you, like you guys didn't care about it. He's a white guy, and it's all black people around here. I go, I have to stand up for the guy. No one else is going to, you know. And I told him, why don't you get lost? Get lost. Go somewhere. When you find your own people, or you go to war or something, and somebody's injured, they're laying there. You're gonna sit there and go like this, like Bill Reineman. You're gonna go, don't touch the guy because he got injured, and if you move him, he's gonna be paralyzed. And how are you gonna let that guy sit there and lay on the ground, or you're gonna pick him up and you're gonna get him to a safe spot to help the guy out and get him out of the streets, you know? He's right behind the bus he got ran over. So he gets up and he takes off walking. Then he starts running. The guy runs away. They caught up to him. I guess he was intoxicated. And I don't even know what happened to him after that. The bike was totaled out. I picked it up with one hand. Take it, put it right by the Walgreens. I go, can you guys watch this bike? This had to do with an incident that you guys, you know, came out and checked out what was going on. Everybody started surrounding, but nobody's helping him. You touched this, and I told him, you sit there. You know what? You're a piece of shit with your rules. Okay, you can tell if you don't help the guy, he's going to be injured even more just by the way he's laying. You know, they really are unbelievable, man. Some of these people in this world, you know. So if you're laying there, am I going to look at you and go like this? The guy has the camera. Well, take the camera, put it on the side by my kind of people over here. It's like you're in the projects, man. It's like, you know, it's a bad neighborhood. Yeah. I slept at some thing called Pads out there, and it's like, out of 200 people, it's probably about 10 white people, and that's it. So you know you're in a bad neighborhood, you know, and gas tanks and all this stuff stacked on one side. They want you to stand over there. It's like pressured gas. It's like liquid tanks with these drums laying all over the place. It's like, you know, it's an unsafe place to even have a community of a church or something that they have where people stay at.
Wow, that's a heck of a story.
Yeah. The food that they have, their own people get to eat good, and then people that stay there eat like garbage. I've seen these people that are like skinny, anorexic. I'm like, what are you doing, poisoning these people little by little and they don't even notice it? Or, you know, it's like the skinny disease or something. I'm like, give you like leftover pizza next day, it's like the same stuff. Then for dinner they give you like rice with some beef stew or something poured on it. It's like, but it's something, you know, give you something to eat. Some people failure just to communicate of, you know, everything's supposed to be given to them, which you're probably on that side of the people that everything you want given to you, like your camera phone and your speaker and all this stuff. So you don't have to work or do anything, and you want everything handed to you.
Well, no, I work. I have a job and everything.
Yeah, I got injured and they're trying to keep me on Social Security. I went on my lawsuits, malpractice at St. Joe's Hospital, where they left a needle in my back. Then Babs Searings had me doped up and shipped me to Hillcrest. Shut that place down. I seen some weird stuff in there. They did shock therapy to people because they said a guy was violent for no reason, and it's about what his family has and what they own, and they try to find out your background, what you have, and they try ripping you off. See how that goes? How they live. Joliet. Then I got ran over by this Blanca lady, which is a freak thing. Or is it just a coincidence that people have the phones and they can track where you're at? On the day I changed my name to Andrew Walter PLACZ, which is Andrew Walter Riker. My brothers got assassinated by the Leatherman and Zables, which George Ryan, Edward Patka, and all them changed it from the electric chair to legal injection to life without parole. And I had to go to the cases where this one lady, you know, she had a daughter that got raped, mutilated, and found DNA and busted the guy. And that guy gets to live in prison for the rest of their life, and she's, I was the last one to speak. And the news reporters get sued too because they edited everything that you say, and it was a bunch of BS. And this guy that was like a federal marshal or whatever drove me driving on the side, flying past cars, old people cutting people off. I'm like, you drive like an asshole. And then when he went back, he goes, well, I don't know what you're talking. I go, no. I know a guy that was a news reporter for what is it? Naperville, which I grew up with and I used to play basketball with, and he remembers me, so he wrote the true story of what was going on and how they edited everything because they want to cut everything out, and they just said, George Ryan, you're a rat. That's not exactly what I said at all. They changed the whole thing, they twist everything that goes on, and they make up stories, which is perjury on the state for news reporters, you know what I mean? That's not right to do. And all the other people felt bad, and I feel bad for all those people. I was the last one to speak. I let them all go ahead of me. First it was a half an hour, then it was 10 minutes, and then it was 5 minutes, then you got 1 minute, and then you're lucky if you even get to sit there and go in front of all these cameras, while George Ryan couldn't even stand up there and say, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm a crook, and, I have to stick up for, what, this guy, did you hear the situations, what went on with all these people? No,
I didn't.
No, I'm just saying, was he there to listen to the people who lost their kids, or the victims that got assassinated? No. And it wasn't right. These are people that were decent people in life. Anyways, after that, my mom, from stress, the brothers were buried. It was a double homicide murder. Next day was my brother's birthday. Just got himself a job at Wilco. They both got assassinated. Christopher had the last name Pelaz. John had his regular name, which is Ryka. I changed it. I had every right to change it to my mother's maiden name. 2 years after that, my mom was pregnant, hoping the best for her. She had 1 more week to go. Everybody was happy. Walter's working at Caterpillar. Call up Mr. Graff, the fireman. They come over there. It took them about a half hour to get there. My mom died in my arms in the bathroom with a pillow I put underneath her. She said some nice words to me, saying, Andy, I took a chance. I knew that I might not make it. And I'm gonna go, and hopefully you could, that they saved the kid. I go, I always love you, Ma. She goes, I always love you too. Just give me a kiss. I gave her a kiss, and then she just leaned her head over, and she just drooled and died in my arms, and felt the spirit go through my body, and just raised up. I just looked up like, I love you, Mom. The ambulance come like, you let your mom go. I go, no, don't tell me what to do. They go, are you gonna try to save the baby? So they told me to get out of the room. They couldn't save the baby. The fireman started crying because he knew my family. He's like, man, you had to grow up as a man, as a kid, as a fat stage. And I've been to Poland in 1977 for 3 months. Seen the old castle, my old relatives and stuff of the old land, the old concentration camps, the last survivors of the concentration camps. And that's why a lot of them don't like to go back to Poland, because of the memory. And people are very different out there, and nice culture, different than out of the United States. It's just, America's only been around for so long compared to Europe. It's thousands and thousands and thousands of years old. The castles and stuff are all beautiful looking. The hidden grail. Picture picks up, raises, shows gems, stones, things beautiful looking.
Your attention, please.
Paintings,
Metro
thousands of years
PCN
old,
is,
beautiful
outbound
stuff.
train number
And is came a little clunking while he'd be like, Andy, listen to me. I know you've been through a lot in life. He looked me in his eyes. He goes, what I've been through in the war, in World War I, World War II, and the Black Plague, if it wasn't for your grandmother, her mother died. She was a baby. They uncovered the blankets. She was still alive. They had a vaccine, gave her a shot, and she lived. But she had 10 kids. So she had 8 brothers, 2 daughters. Just understand, if it wasn't for her, and after the war, they all broke up and they all made it back home. So you got to understand what I've been through in life. And he looks at me right in my eyes and goes like this. And what I seen, what you've been through a lot, Andy. You're a kid, you had to grow up fast. It ain't your fault. But this is how it is. It's our family. It's you, me, and Helen. And Helen was my sister, used to scratch my face. She was she just telling me I used to get spanked all the time. But he goes, you're head of the house, you're a man, and that's it. And understand what I've been through and what you've been through, you haven't been through nothing. So understand what I'm telling you. Get a job, work, do good. You're a good person. Got it? No more? Discuss? No more problems. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. Well, thanks, man.
So I changed, as I thought about it and I looked at Europe and I seen the concentration camps. Even when I was in Joliet by daybreak, there's a place across the street. They have an incinerator, just like the ones they had in Europe that I seen. And when they have it, where they burn bodies, they have one that's in the back, just the same kind, the pattern that was made. I'm like, what the heck's that about? In Joliet. So I got the hell out of that place. People getting beat up, insurance policies and stuff, ERA classes, these goofballs. People getting beat up, needles, finding them laying on the ground, people poisoning water and stuff, leaving it like there for someone to come by and drink it in case they're thirsty. Bob Leatherman starts coming around there. Johnny Garrett, Billy Frame, all these people I don't like started, like working there or whatever at the pantry, but no one would sit there serving food, but they won't eat the food, but they'll come there to help. So they're making money off of it. I'm like, what a scam. And this one guy was staying upstairs, he can't even walk. I go, he's a black guy, black individual, and you're black. She goes, well, I'm a caseworker. I go, the guy's hurting. He can't even walk up the steps. He's crawling. Well, once he's upstairs, he's got to be on his own. So you're going to tell me, injured man, you won't even go and help him? She goes, I can't. And when I got ran over, they wouldn't even help me. I had to go to Hinsdale Hospital, and they kicked me out. They go, are you alcoholic or drug addict? I go, no. They go, well, can't keep you in here. I go, great, because I ain't an alcoholic drug addict. They go, correct. I'm like, you guys are so fucked in the head. That ain't right. So they make it rough on me. Lately, I put some stuff called Avera on my skin, which burnt my face, my forehead. I went to a doctor. They looked at it. Mosquitoes, when they bite it, it just sat there and my skin was like leather and finally went down. I had to go to the doctor in Naperville, and they sat there, gave me some pills to take and gave me a shot, which was supposed to make it go away. And it really didn't. And like the mosquito bites, like how it is, it turns into like my skin's all dry. And when you get bit by the mosquitoes and the flies, I just pick at it, because it gets itchy. And it just turns into scabs. So as it scabs, I just pick at it. And I'm starting to look funky looking. And this is what I get out of respect of, where I'm at. But
So what are you going downtown for today?
just living on the streets right now. Until I get my lawsuits with all my money and all the times with the lottery that I played. Get deposited in TCF Bank in Andrew Walter PLACZ's name. Because someone took my RAJCA, Andrew Walter, my credit card and stuff, TCF Bank, the workers, and they're like using it and pulling scams. It's like, that's how it is, thieves after thieves. But to see Leatherman going to daybreak, they said, well, anybody can come here. I go, you guys suck. Get back. my backpack, which had my birth certificate, original copy, and a copy of it, and I got it notarized, and then I got it in the paper published. I changed my name to Andrew Walter PLACZ. Well, it's sort of a coincidence that I was out in Chicago, right by the train station, right by Canal Street. They close up, so I'm sitting in the back, mosquitoes start biting. So I walk down the street, I put the backpacks in front of me, and mind you, I've been on the streets for, over a month, about a month and a half, 2 months. And I had the backpack, the carriers with the wheels on it that I bought from Walmart. I already went, not this one, but I had big backpacks that has wheels on it, so it has the stem on it that goes like this, so you could carry them. So as I'm sitting there going with them, and I'm carrying them, the wheels wore out, so I went through 4 luggage carriers that were from Walmart because they have bad tires on it. They need to put like rollerblade tires on it so they don't go bad. So anyways, I haul up around, I got another one. It was my 4th carrying bag. So I walk in, or suitcase carrying bag, because it's got the armnet sends out so you can pull it. Another one I carry. So the other backpack would be inside it. All my phone numbers, all my cell phones, everything got stolen out of it. My prescription that I had in there of muscle relaxers, which I get from the doctor, everything got stolen out of there. And clothes, shampoo, conditioner, everything I had left that I could carry with me. Some dress shirts so I look decent and respectful, shaving cream, everything. Now I'm starting to look funky looking, and it's like, they're keeping me on like, instead of everyone getting $178, they're only giving me $58 a month on my link card, and they're keeping me broke like I'm, nothing. And it's just perjury going on. And Daybreak's the place which had me doped up or I got injured, and they shipped me to St. Joe's Hospital, and I had a stroke where the blood quit flowing to my brain. I was injured. I was punch drunk for years, and thank God that my memory came good. People thought when I was in the hospital, telling me I'm going to die any second, any minute, any hour, any day. I got down to a size 30 waist, almost 29. I was like skin and bones from that place. I mean, it was sick. The people I seen in there, what they're doing to people, and it's, the food, they're poisoning you in the place, and they didn't even care. I seen it where Jeffrey would take a bunch of medicines and just run down the hallway. I told the lady about it. I go, look, you didn't even lock it. She's like, yeah, I did. I go, no, you didn't. Jeffrey's running down the hallway. Another guy kicked me in the face, right up here. I had a fat lip. A little more would have hit my nose. He's a guy in a wheelchair, some old guy who took my shoes out of my room. They had a guy that's supposed to be in quarantine. He's walking in the hallways. It was a sick place of just, we're torturing people in there. I've seen people dead that they're just keeping on life support for insurance reasons, about money, and it's a bunch of BS, It ain't right. Some Arab, from whatever country he's from, this one ain't gonna get away because he did it too much people, and he's using people like you or other people to work for him, and he prospers from it all. So he needs to sit there, drag him into TCF Bank. First you try being polite, which ain't gonna work, so he's gonna have to get slapped around by Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson or someone, or some people that trained me a long time ago that are good friends. Bring him to TCF Bank, put it in Andrew Walter PLACZ's name, and then once they get out of him, then sit there and do the on his head, pull his beard and stuff, shave his beard off, shave his head off. Do what they did to us when we were kids, how you get initiated. Give him the pink belly, Squeeze his toes, Take some vice grips, pull out a couple of his teeth, let him feel something like we did to some of those people there. Let him suffer for a while. Take some battery acid, rub it on his gums or something. Let him feel some pain like he did to other people, Piece of shit. For what he did, and he thinks that he can pull up in a nice car. In our country, we try to help people like you. We use you guys as experiments because you guys eat pork, you're a sinner. And the other guy, you eat beef, you're a sinner. But meanwhile, why don't we just take it in a country that eats pork, ship all the pork pigs to that country. The one who eats beef, ship the beef to that country. End of conflict. And you guys don't pay taxes either. And neither do I anymore. Making me turn into a I studied all different religions through time, of First Baptist, Second Baptist, Third Baptist, Mormon, all different kinds of religions as life went by, and you see in the different kinds of cultures how things are of what they believe. You know, farmers believe in you work, you stay on the farm, you work hard. They believe in something as a spirit, as you are in yourself, how strong you are, and to keep yourself going. But you know, it's good they have a place to worship, and you know, for people to stay a healthy kind of a living instead of nothing at all. The Mormons have it where you're the head person, the people got to bow down to you and kiss your feet and stuff because you got more money than the other person. And you know, some religions are really weird. Well, a lot of people are screwed up in the head, you know.
Yeah.
Ernest T. Bass out in the mountains. Old Andrew knows that Ernest T. don't take none. He throws rocks at windows and stuff, and he likes to be his own. And ask Barney Five. That's why Barney Five won't even go to his house. But Andrew could always go to his house because Andrew's a good guy.
All right, Andrew. It's good talking to you,
You
buddy.
too. Because I was in Hillcrest, people were trying to make it look like, well, he got married to this person or that person, or using my maiden name of Andrew, the Pelaz name, when they ain't even a Pelaz. See how that goes? People getting married, take a birth certificate, duplicating it, and of course my birth certificate's been stolen from when I was younger. So there's a bunch of people using the Pelaz name, which is perjury.
Wow.
And perjury, by the law in England, what do they do to you? In the English law.
They used to hang people or something.
Ah, there you go. There you go. So that Arab's going to sit there and get a treatment of that too himself. All right, be good.
Take care, man.